mentioned, that people such as these ones, they're a compendium, they're a library. And the fact that he was able to share some of his ideas and write a biography, I think was something very helpful. But I think one thing that we should, we should learn from this, especially when it comes to leadership. And as I mentioned, I think earlier, that history is always very kind to those who finish strong. How you conclude your leadership and your governance is something very important. And I agree with the speakers earlier that had the former president left the way President Mugabe left, or Siad Barre, we would not be talking about him this way. But again, it's a very unique moment. I've enjoyed the way this has been done, in part because of the amount of knowledge right now among the Kenyan public that they didn't have before about the presidency and about the history of this country, which of course has been covered extensively. Now, given his role as the second president of the Republic of Kenya, I think it's befitting that he goes out this way. He's just made his final trip from Nairobi to Kabarak. You know, we were used to him going and then coming back. Unfortunately, he's not going to come back, but at least he can rest in peace knowing that he has left the children. They are still safe and sound. And as the former Prime Minister said yesterday, we're going to learn from those things he did well and see whether we can avoid things where he made mistakes as a human being.
Right. I want to hark back to where Dr. Mustafa was, especially on the culture, because I actually had to butt in. I don't know if you've lost your track of thought. I think we're trying to talk about
the
more than
in state, you know, for all those days.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah, Dibal, in Kalenjin culture, you don't expose the dead, the corpse, the body of a person who has died that long or in that manner. And that's why the elders or the leaders back in Sacho were very concerned that a person who has died is supposed to be covered. And many were saying that he should have been in a coffin and only the face being seen and not the whole body. So it's a major thing in the Kalenjin culture.
So what happens when we go to Kabarak University? Because in the public also, we saw them early in the morning. They really turned out in force. They were lining up to, you know, make or pay their last respects as well. Will that be diametrically different from him being in Parliament?
Absolutely. I don't think the body is going to be viewed, and if at all is going to be viewed, is going to be inside a coffin. You're just going to see now the face. If that is going to happen, I think they were talking that there will be no viewing of the body. Maybe there will be some kind of a private viewing of the body by just a few people who really should view the body, but not to the entire. There are 30,000 plus people in Kabarak at the moment. The people who for 3 days, there were about 250, 300,000 people, I think, who viewed the body here in Parliament, and it had to be put in a way that it's viewed and then in an orderly manner. I don't think that is going to happen in Kabarak, and I think the service in Kabarak is going to be faster, and that he will be laid to rest as fast as possible.
Naomi Damba.
There is something that we ought to be thinking going forward as Kenyan. Dobal, you know, here in Langata, there is a war memorial, British War Memorial, Second World. You know, manicure lawn, carefully taken care of. The names of the people are written out there. Arlington National Cemetery contain major American leaders, war memorial, people, Kennedy, all of them, they are all there. And we ought to be thinking seriously, should Moi be buried in Kabarak or be here at the national place with a nice bookshop attached to his memorial, so that people, and particularly young people, can continue to read and think about him and his time and his impact. Because sure, he has written his bibliography, but you know, there are people who are taking really serious debate, people like Koigi Wamwere, people like Makau Mutua, who are expressing a very dissenting vote. And why dissenting vote? We cannot just push them out and say, no, you know, this is not the time. But people are going to write about it. People are going to write about the great things this president has done. People are going to write about his shortcoming. And his shortcoming cannot be hidden in Kabarak. It needs to be here at the headquarters for visitors and children, school children to go and sit. And here begin the debate, a national debate.